What's happening? Yo, what's up? It's someone that's no one here, and welcome to today's report. This one was sent in by Austin. Gender, male. This happened sometime during the winter. The drugs used were LSD gummies. His age, he was a sophomore in high school at the time, and assuming he didn't flunk out any years, he would have been 15 or 16 at the time. The dose, the gummies were claimed to be at 350 micrograms per hit. Austin himself took 15 gummies, which would come out to 5,250 micrograms, and then his friends ate 7 each, coming out to 2,450 micrograms. Now, I'll let you guys be the judge of this dose, because those claimed doses are often just marketed higher to just attract a better customer base. But I'll let the community, you guys out there, guess how much this dose was actually at. And his prior experience to this, he seems to have a lot of experience with acid. He did claim that he was an acid junkie, I believe. And where this happened was at his house. Majority of the time, it was in his room. So that's all the information for this report. It's a pretty good one. Hope you guys enjoy it, and let's dive right into it. So this story takes place in my sophomore year of high school, currently a junior, and I had been doing a lot of acid, like a trip every weekend that whole year. I thought to myself, why not just buy a shit ton of acid so I don't run out? So I did. I got about 45 acid gummies that were supposedly 350 micrograms a hit. So my friends changed their name for privacy. Josh, Mitch, and David all came over to my house, and we were gonna trip. Let me say my dad was terrible at watching us and would just stay up getting drunk playing online poker, so we knew we were cool to trip pretty hard. So my boys come over at around 6. We go acquire the Lucy Lee and head back to my house to get trippy, but when I got home, my dad was nowhere to be found. Usually at 6, he'd be in his recliner watching TV or something, but I didn't think anything of it. So we went upstairs and killed some time till 9 o'clock. Once 9 hit, it was time for our tradition. I fed a total of 21 gummies to my friends, and me being a big acid addict of the time, wanted to impress my friends. I said, "Who says I won't eat the rest of these gummies?" And I hear a faint, "No fucking balls," and I downed 15 gummies. The night goes by fine. We are just talking about our life and our current beliefs and shit. Then my dad gets home. Mind you, this is about an hour into the trip, so we are pretty high. He comes home with 15 quarter pounders with cheese because he got hammered drunk and bought too many after the bar. So he went directly to bed, which was a blessing because we were obviously high. So we grabbed some food and all ran back upstairs to my room. I have a hallway after you go up my staircase that's really long leading to my room. We all thought that the hallway kept extending as we were walking down it and started getting worked up about how powerful this shit is. And this is where it started getting out of hand. So me and my boys are high as kites, playing GTA 5, driving a car in literal circles, and dying laughing to the point we have tears coming down our face. And eventually we got bored of this, so we wanted to go outside and get some fresh air. Mind you, it's winter, and it's about 27 degrees Fahrenheit outside. And this is around 11:30. We all go outside wearing just gym shorts and start having a food fight with McDonald's quarter pounders in the streets. We smoked an entire pack of cigarettes and then went back inside. The rest of the night was rather normal. We just watched movies until the sun came up. Nothing abnormal. But for me, this is where it started getting really bad. It's about 8 a.m. the next morning. My dad's up and about to head to work, and he's loading a pinball machine into a truck in our driveway when I look out the window. So I just lay back down in confusion. As I'm lying in bed, David and Josh leave, so it's just me and Mitch. Time started progressively slowing down for me. Then it started getting really slow. I'm lying face down in my bed, looking at the wall, and I keep asking Mitch, "What's happening?" And he keeps saying, "You're fine, bruh. Just chill out, and I'll throw on a movie." And I obliged, but Mitch put on Full Metal Jacket, while I was in a stage 4 ego death. So I turned back to the TV and I remember hearing the drill sergeant yelling, and it was echoing so bad. I decided to turn back away and close my eyes and try to calm down. But when I closed my eyes, I saw a whole nother reality. I saw a 3D cube. On this cube were scenes of the movie, and every time the scene would end, the cube would rotate to another side and start playing the scene. I freaked the fuck out and would pop my head up fast, bringing me back to reality for a second, then go back in. I did this a few times. I went back in the second time to this other dimension. I saw an all-black background with a rainbow clock with black accents. The hands on the clock were literal hands, and every time a second would go by, they would stop, squeeze the number, then keep going and repeating. And I popped up in a frantic episode asking what was happening to me, but to my surprise, no one was there. Mitch had left, my dad had left, everyone was gone, and I was all alone. I decided to call my girlfriend at the time to get her to come pick me up, but she just said I was a dumbass and to deal with it on my own. So I did the only thing I can do. I went to the bathroom, splashed water on my face, then went back to my room and turned on The Office. That always brought me out of a bad trip. This hellish ego death lasted about 3 hours of just in and out of conscious. It was so intense, I was contemplating calling the paramedics on myself because I thought I was seriously overdosing. After all of this, I saw the destruction in the streets me and my friends left. All I can see was burgers and cigarettes covering the road. Moral of the story, don't do 15 hits of double-dosed acid.